Happy Wednesday. Hope your morning is going very well. We slept in, so we are feeling very refreshed today. I hope some of you got to sleep in as well. So today's plan. I have, as usual, songs and a book, but I also have one extra thing today. Okay? So stay tuned for all that fun stuff. All right, so today's songs, a lot of you guys said, please, please, please sing the continent song again. I said, sure. The continent song is so much fun. So we will sing it. And then I have 2 other songs. And I think it's just kind of a fun song kind of a day. I mean, all our songs are fun. Yesterday we had a lot of really pretty, beautiful songs, which are very nice to have. They make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. These ones are upbeat and a little silly today. That's my mood today. So, all right, let's get started. So the continent song. The world is split up into continents. There's 7 in all. If you get the gist, we're gonna make a list from biggest to small. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe, and finally Australia. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe, and finally Australia. Woohoo! Can you believe how large Asia is compared to all the other continents? Awesome. All right, the next one is On Top of Spaghetti. And it's a good, fun, old folk song. And if you know it, sing along. I find it very funny. And I do love spaghetti with meatballs. Do you? Some might of you. Some of you might not, but that's okay. All right, On Top of Spaghetti. On top of spaghetti, covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. It rolled off the table and onto the floor, and then my poor meatball rolled out of the door and rolled in the garden and under a bush, and then my poor meatball was nothing but mush. Mush was as tasty could be. And then the next summer, it grew into a tree. The tree was all covered with moss, and on it grew meatballs and tomato sauce. So if you eat spaghetti covered with cheese, hold on to your meatball whenever you sneeze. Achoo! Super silly song. I love it. All right, now the next song, I don't need my ukulele on, is a fun song that I love to sing around this time of year, and we will be singing this quite a few times. So it's called Mango Fandango, and I have tried to find out where it is from. I learned this song from when I was learning how to be a Montessori teacher, from my mentor, and I have not been able to figure out who sang it or anything. It is an awesome song. It is so much fun. So, Mango Fandango. You ready? Mama, mama, I want a mango, Papa, Papa. Please, papaya, no, no, Nana. A ripe banana, kiwi, 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 quince. Red berries, berries blue. These are fruits so good for you. Cherries, cherries, sweet and new. And coconuts, yes, they're fruit too. Mama, mama, I want a mango, Papa, Papa. Please, papaya, no, no, Nana. A ripe banana, kiwi, 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 quince. Oranges, oranges, lemons yellow. Fill my belly sweet and mellow. Vitamins grow on a tree in pretty packages for you and me. Mama, mama, I want a mango, Papa, Papa. Please, papaya, no, no, Nana. A ripe banana, kiwi, 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 quince. Oh, they travel many miles, fill the world with fruity smiles. Sweet, delicious, tasty treats from Mother Nature, a gift to eat. Mama, mama, I want a mango, Papa, Papa. Please, papaya, no, no, Nana. A ripe banana, kiwi, 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 quince. Isn't that such a fun song? We will definitely be singing this a few more times. It is such a fun song. All right, before I start our book, I wanted to show you something. We were talking about dinosaurs. We read a book on Monday about dinosaur bones. And I wanted to talk about something, an activity that you can do that would be fun. I have green Play-Doh, or you can use clay, really whatever you want. You can make your own Play-Doh. You could be a different color, all those things. And I have a piece of paper, and I printed out a dinosaur footprint. I also have a Brachiosaurus, and I'll put the link down below where I found these. There's a few other ones that you could print out. You could do this on the table. You could do it on a hard tray like this. You could do a clipboard. Really anything. Just something hard you can do this on. And all you need, I'm going to try and do it this way so you can see. I'm going to get my Play-Doh. I'm going to get a little Play-Doh. And I'm going to take a little bit of time. And I'm going to smush it right inside my dinosaur footprint. Just like that. And I'm going to keep going. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. You should try doing it backwards too, you guys. Different perspective. And you don't need a lot on each spot. Just press it down a little bit at a time. That way, you get this really cool dinosaur footprint. And I have it green. And it's got texture to it. Okay. Now, when I did print this, I did down the size, the original size, to probably about 70%. But, of course, you can make it back to the original size, which is about the whole size of the paper. Parents, you can do that. And then I also was thinking about it, is that you could also use this paper to practice your cutting. Right, you could take this and cut out a whole bunch of dinosaur footprints. Do dinosaur tracks all around the house. You can do push pinning. Some people call it scratch. Some people call it push pinning. Some people know it as pin punching. All the same thing. I like the feeling of squishing Play-Doh. I promise I'll come back for that piece. How's it looking, you guys? Gotta get that claw. All right, one little bit. Look at that dinosaur track. How cool. Oh, I need to fill that in. So that's something you can do. And we can do it with dinosaurs, unicorn, anything you want. All right. Now, this comes off easily. When you're done, you can take it off and do it again. If you have a lot of Play-Doh, you can ask parents if you can let it dry. Make your own tracks that way. Okay? It's up to you. This is just regular printer paper. You can try it on cardstock. It could work, but printer paper works out just fine too. Or even construction paper, anything like that. All right. That's my lesson for today. So, I have a book. And it is, I love this book. And it's based on a true story in New York. And it's called The Curious Garden. The Curious Garden. And it's by Peter Brown. There once was a city without gardens or trees or greenery of any kind. Most people spent their time indoors. As you can imagine, it was a very dreary place. You can even see the colors so dark. However, there was one boy who loved being outside. Even on drizzly days, while everyone else stayed inside, you could always find Liam happily splashing through his neighborhood. It was on one such morning that Liam made several surprising discoveries. He was wandering around the old railway, as he did from time to time, when he stumbled upon a dark stairwell leading up to the tracks. The railway had stopped working ages ago, and since Liam had always wanted to explore the tracks, there was only one thing for the curious boy to do. Liam ran up the stairs, pushed open the door, and stepped out onto the railway. The first thing he saw was a lonely patch of color. Wildflowers and plants were the last thing he had expected to find up there. But when he took a closer look, it became clear that the plants were dying. They needed a gardener. Liam may not have been a gardener, but he knew that he could help. So he returned to the railway the very next day and got to work. The flowers nearly drowned, and he had a few pruning problems, but the plants patiently waited while Liam found better ways of gardening. As the weeks rolled by, Liam began to feel like a real gardener, and the plants began to feel like a real garden. I like that he's singing here to the plants. Do any of you guys sing to the plants? Most gardens stay in one place, but this was no ordinary garden. With miles of open railway ahead of it, the garden was growing restless. I wanted to explore. The tough little weeds and mosses were the first to move. They popped up farther and farther down the tracks and were closely followed by the more delicate plants. Over the next few months, Liam and the curious garden explored every corner of the railway. After spending his spring and summer and autumn with the garden, Liam's time on the railway was finally interrupted by winter. Heavy blankets of snow fell on the city that season, and for the first time since he'd become a gardener, Liam could not visit the plants. Rather than waste his winter worrying about the garden, Liam spent it preparing for spring. After 3 cold months, the snow finally began to melt, and Liam rolled his new garden gear over to the railway. Winter had taken a toll on the garden, but thanks to Liam's planning, his handy new tools, and a little help from the sun, the plants soon awoke from their winter sleep. The garden had always wanted to explore the rest of the city, and that spring it was finally ready to make it move. Once again, the tough little weeds and mosses set out first. They popped up farther and farther from the railway and were closely followed by more delicate plants. The garden was especially curious about old, forgotten things. A few plants popped up where they didn't belong. Others mysteriously popped up all at once. But the most surprising thing that popped up were the new gardens. Like these is interesting. Many years later, the entire city had blossomed, but of all the new gardens, Liam's favorite was where it all began. How beautiful. Let's look at the difference from where it started to where it ended. Isn't that beautiful? Very fitting for right now. So it says on the back, I just wanted to read a little bit to you. It says, on the west side of Manhattan, there is an old elevated railway called the High Line. Its trains rumbled high above the city streets for decades. But in 1980, the High Line was shut down and forgotten. Without people and trains getting in the way, nature was free to redecorate. And over the years, the rusty rails and gravel slowly gave way to wildflowers and trees. And if you look at the railway today, you'll see a lush garden that curves above the streets and between buildings. So Manhattan is in New York. So it is based on a true story. Curious Garden. I hope you enjoyed our songs, our lesson, and our book today. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow.